All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're kicking it into gear as we speak. Now, tonight, I've got some pretty powerful information that I'm going to be sharing with you. This information took me a year to understand, paying $997 a month to my first business mentor. His name was Mal Emery, a wonderful guy, good individual, a stellar individual. Now, he was my first real business mentor, and he taught me some of the most powerful skills on the planet when it came to business, and ended up putting literally millions and millions of dollars into our bank account. But here's the thing, this is what I want to be sharing with you tonight. I've got some really powerful information for you, and as we're getting into this, I want all of you to understand why I'm here. So I love sharing ideas about the lessons learned, the inconvenient truths, if you like, about business. And so every Tuesday at 6:30, I share these words of wisdom with you. Some of you might like them, some of you may not, but all I can say to you is that everything that I'm about to repeat to you are the things that I do in my own companies, and the same things that I've done that have helped me build 5 multi-million-dollar organizations. So if you want to grow your business, and if you're open to new ideas, if you want to get that extra edge on your competitors, then make sure you hang around for the next 10 or 15 minutes while I share what I'm going to be sharing tonight. So get a load of this little bit of technology that I'm going to show you. Okay, we're going to swap through to my mind map. So the thing that I want to share with you tonight, and the topic that I want to cover off on, I really pray that I'm going to get the job done, is I want you to understand this absolute no if, no but rule. And that is that for you to be successful in business, you must be a marketer. Now, some of you are going, well, I don't like marketing. Well, I got to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, please get over it, because you must have the ability to expose yourself in a really effective way without getting arrested. Okay, and so I'm being deadly serious when I say to you that you must master these skills of marketing. So what I want you to really think about right now is your ability to be able to get clients, customers, or patients, whatever industry that you are in, and how you're currently getting them. Okay, so again, let me speak to this. When in your business, what is your lead generation system? How effective is it? Do you know what it costs you to acquire a client? These are the sort of questions that you've got to have answers to, and quite frankly, I would say at a guess, at least 90% of my clients when I first start working with them have no clue what it costs for them to acquire a client. So you, number one, must be a marketer for you to really gain an edge in your business or in your niche. Number two, you've got to be able to get customers, clients, and patients in a cost-effective manner. So that's the other thing, is to have it in a cost-effective manner so that you're not blowing your dollars. Now, in any business, the best marketer will win. I've proven this time and time again in every industry that I've been in, is that if you understand the power of marketing and sales, your competition don't really stand a chance, because very few of them have ever been taught how to market. Ladies, again, think about it. And many of you watching this, you've probably spent time in university. I've trained so many MBAs, ladies and gentlemen, and nearly without fail they say to me, you know, I spent 5 years at university and not once did they share this knowledge. I wish I had to come and seen you before I spent all that money and time at university. Now that flatters me, especially when I'm training them to be business consultants, but the overriding rule that I want you to walk away with tonight is that you must become a master of sales and marketing for you to really get a dominant edge in this business, okay? So, with that being said, I think you understand how passionate I am about this topic. Now, you want some proof? You're sitting there saying, oh, come on, Ian, it's not all about sales and marketing. What about me being the best engineer? What about me being the best electrician? What about me being the best? Okay, so look, you must do a competent job, but time and time again, the results will prove that you just need to be good enough. Okay, you just need to be good enough. And here's some proof if some of you are doubting me. And you may need to be my vintage to relate to this story, but How many of you actually remember the Betamax, the Sony Betamax? Now remember, Sony are renowned for their engineering skills, okay? Their innovation and their engineering skills. And then, so they came out with the Betamax, an incredible machine. And at the same time, JVC came out with the VCR. And it was an almighty battle, ladies and gentlemen. An almighty battle. Who would win the mighty war of the Betamax compared to the VCR? Now understand, the Betamax, it had a better image. It had better engineering behind it. It also had a lot better sound to it. So you would think logically, well, if that's the better machine, then that would work. And you'd be forgiven for that. And their marketing strategy was, okay, you can watch whatever you want, whenever you want. And in fact, they actually got taken to the Supreme Court because there's a big fight about people being allowed to record video at home because there's a dispute about copyright. Now, they won the case. But bottom line was, this was the most engineered and best machine of its time compared to VCR. There wasn't really a comparison when it came to quality. Now, that was their strategy. They were marketing to the individual. So you got me? So you and I at home, we can watch whatever we want, whenever we want, at home. Now, JVC came up with another marketing strategy. And this marketing strategy had a lot more leverage, ladies and gentlemen. Their marketing strategy was not just to go to the individual homeowners, but to have repeat customers. You all hopefully remember this image. They're all out of business now, sadly, but Blockbuster Video. So JVC said, you know what, we don't want to go and keep selling to mum and dad over and over again. If we can have a leveraged environment where more and more people will actually use the VCR cartridges or tapes rather than the beta, and we get them into these video stores, we'll win this baby. We'll beat it hands down. And bottom line is, they did. So even though beta was a far better product, VCR was the mainstay and the technology that homes used moving forward. Okay, so how did that happen? It came down to the best marketing strategy. So bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, is there's no money in the whacking and the cracking. Okay, so I want all of you to realize that whatever you're doing, if you're a doctor, if you're an accountant, if you're an electrician, if you're an air conditioning contractor, you will not make the real money, and you will not have I say it hesitantly, but a real business until you realize one thing. You must achieve leverage. Now, many of us, myself included, love doing the whacking and cracking. We love doing what we're good at. But if you want to actually create a business and something that's going to really be saleable and scalable, then you need to have the skill sets to be able to generate that business that's required so that that business can grow and operate without you. So your mission, your goal, should you accept it, is for you to get off the doing, okay? I want you to get off the tools. So, again, I didn't learn this rule for many years, for 15 odd years, 13 to 15 years. I was battling to make only 50K a year for myself as an electrician, electrical contractor. And I got into air conditioning, and I'm trying to make money there as well. But I kept on having this thought process of, well, I got to get in there, I got to do it. I can't employ salespeople, I can't employ more staff, I can't. Instead of asking myself a better question, a far better question, how can I employ a salesperson? How can I have another team working instead of me being up there? How can I get out of this bloody roof where it's 80 degrees and I'm blooming sweating like crazy and actually have a team do it? Probably far better than I could. And when I came up to answers and had the answers for that, that's when my business took off. And within 3 years, I had one of the largest air conditioning companies in Australia. Why and how? Simply, number one, I asked better questions. And number two, I got off the tools and I focused on the sales and the marketing, ladies and gentlemen. Is this making sense to you? So, get off the doing. Realize that there's no money in the doing. You must start focusing on the marketing and the strategy in your business and the vision. As a business owner, Your focus should be on developing the best vision, the best marketing, the best resources, finding the best teams, and then supporting your team, supporting the staff that you find to deliver the vision. Give them the resources, give them the training, but that's where you should be spending most of your time, not doing the whacking and cracking. Now, again, I'm hoping I'm getting some aha moments from you. By the way, any of you liking this, please put your comments down below. It inspires me to get out there and do more of these things. But here's some actions for you, ladies and gentlemen. And again, if you put your comments down below, I will get to them. I'll respond to them. I won't be able to do them while I'm doing the show because I do not have access to my screen to see the comments that you're putting in. But put them in. Let me know that you're enjoying this information. I will respond to each and every comment you got down there. Make sure you like my page. But I've got some homework for you, okay? And that homework is, number one, ask yourself this question. Why should your customers do business with you? Why should they choose you? I mean, they've probably got many choices, hundreds of choices over and above you. What reason are you giving them as the marketing expert in your organization? What reason are you giving your clients to choose you over and above your competition? And don't you dare say to me, don't you dare say these plain vanilla things like, oh, look, I'm the best. I care about my clients. I've been in business for 15 years. They're what we refer to as plain vanilla reasons. Maybe just to reinforce where I'm coming from, I gave my clients a reason to choose air conditioning from me by making it very compelling. So the reason they chose me over and above my competitors was simply this. Marsh Air Conditioning, temperature guaranteed or it's free. Do you think that's pretty compelling? Well, I do. So I would actually give them their air conditioning for free if I did not maintain the temperature that they said they wanted in their home. Now that's a reason. Is there any reason why I converted my clients at 70 and 80% for the proposals that I did? So what reason have you got, ladies and gentlemen? You got to put some time and effort into thinking of a valid reason. And maybe even better, become a part of Street Smart so that you start thinking like a sales and marketing expert, okay? So why should customers do business with you? Here's another question I want you to consider. Why should they keep coming back? Why should they keep coming back and making repeat purchases from you? Because you don't want to keep a customer just for that one transaction. When you get that first check, that's not when the job ends, that's when the job begins. But you want to keep that client for life, ladies and gentlemen. So work out how to develop a back end, work out how to have them coming back over and over again, and very quickly your business is going to start to grow. Well, I hope you like these little insights, if you like, these inconvenient truths about your business. And if you like these, well, I want to share something else special with you. Now, you probably already know about the record, it's public record, the results of our students at Street Smart Business School. I'm very proud of it. So many of them have achieved incredible results, and hand on heart, many of them now make more money in a month than they used to make all year. And the reason is because we focus on the right things in Street Smart Business School, and we actually do the work in Street Smart Business School. So if you'd like to join me at Street Smart Business School, I am doing another business school on the 13th to the 15th on the Gold Coast. Now, very important, there's a few criteria. If you'd like to join me, what's going to be happening is I'm going to be teaching my students, and this is the very first time I've actually shared my system. So one of the best marketing platforms you can have is to speak on your feet, on stage, so you can get your message out to the marketplace. So for the first time, I'm going to be teaching my students how to speak on their feet so that they can get their message out. And it's not necessarily if you want to sell information products, it's also offering, let the market know that you have skill sets, that you are an expert, and that they should be considering you as the only logical choice. So I'm going to be actually teaching that. It's going to be a ripper of a training at business school. In addition to that, I'm going to be teaching them Facebook Live, the power of Facebook Live. I mean, those of you that see this, then you're watching me on Facebook Live or YouTube Live. And so, again, I rest my case because it simply works. So I'm going to be getting them to utilize this medium as well as combining it with speaking on your feet because it's all so closely related. All we're doing is exposing ourselves without getting arrested, okay? And the last thing is your $1 million follow-up system. So it's over 3 days. Day 1, speaking on your feet. Day 2 is going to be Facebook Live. Day 3 is going to be you creating a $1 million follow-up system in your business. So how many of you already know that you don't have a great follow-up system in your business? So any of that's interesting to you, you do need to apply. So when I finish this live, there'll be a button below and you can click that and you can fill in a small application form, and we can have a chat to you to see if we're going to be a good fit together. It is going to be an incredible business school. But again, this is for serious entrepreneurs that want to have a minimum of 20% improvement in their business over the next 12 months and are willing to take action on doing that. So again, if that's you and you'd like to come and see how we get the results in our business school, I'm more than happy to welcome you in, and you can see how we achieve these results, but it is application only. So ladies and gentlemen, until next time, this is Ian Marsh signing off again. Put your comments down below. Let me know what you think of the advice. Tell me if you like it. Tell me if you hate it. Tell me if you implement it, because I love getting that feedback. It really spurs me on to do more and more of them. So like me, bite me, kick me, whatever you want to do, but just tell me that you're out there and that you're absorbing this information. And hopefully I'll get to meet you face to face. All right. Until next time, bye for now, ladies and gentlemen.